stress is something that you got to find a way to manage when it comes to these qualifying and elimination matches. It's hard.
And NRG have to make sure they're not already looking forward to the best of sevens that are going to be coming later on. It's a professional job is going to be needed from them. FUT and no pushovers, as we saw against Virtus.pro, a team who've been going to 5 in the Swisses recently, but have been taking other teams to 5. They've been reverse swept. You know, they've been making things increasingly difficult. And was that a bit of a nervous leg jitter from Daniel there? Did you see that going up and down?
You know, you say that, and I kind of do the same thing personally.
I can confirm, he's not lying. You're double-legging it.
I never think it's nervous. I just like to move. So I don't think I'd ever know without asking. Either way, NRG on the board in 3 seconds is brutal.
It's tough that, because FUT, you know, they had their pre-match huddle. They'd have been saying, keep it tight at the start, don't give anything away. And then they survived 3 seconds. I don't believe that's the quickest you can theoretically score. Is it 1 second you can score in?
Probably. With a crazy pinch, yeah. Either way, quickest goal this year.
That's true.
Or this tournament, I should say. But VK Salen looking to equalize and no dice. And the biggest thing here for FUT, you know that NRG are absolute monsters when it comes to pitch control, and the hardest part is being disciplined. You got to get your eyes downfield. You got to understand the plan. You got to be willing to take the 1v1 in the net, too. That's the only way you're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah, we're certainly going to see an extortionate amount of NRG pressure. Yesterday, even though they won the series, FUT were penned back often by Virtus.pro. And we'll see the same here as Leoro sends it out wide. Daniel's coming in. For NRG, though, what's this an opportunity for them? Let's assume they go on to take the win. It's a chance to really build themselves into some form, right?
Definitely. I mean, when you know you're going to play at least 1 more match today, very likely, momentum is certainly something you want to get. And at the very least, if you qualify right now, you know, early on, you get to sit and think about it. Make sure you go get lunch, go get hydrated, and NRG pressing hard. You said you wanted all business from them. You're getting it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't want to see NRG messing about too much as Daniel nips in there, and it does sneak in. We couldn't quite see. All we saw was Car, but then we saw the explosion.
Nice job from Daniel. Great recovery as well. Kind of an awkward hit into that corner, but you saw how quick he got back to the sidewall, get the feet back under him, got up and put it over the last man.
NRG fans will be enjoying this one so far. They are living up to top billing, North America's finest. Leoro does have an opportunity here from the skies. He gets it well. He presses it back down across the goal, and VK Salen smashes home.
I love to see Leoro take this ball up the ceiling. He's got the space. Why not? Use the height advantage you've already got over Daniel. It's enough to get him over the top, and he's got a little help coming at the backside. Nice job from FUT to get themselves back within 1 quick.
We talked a lot about NRG, but for FUT as well, moments like that, goals that they score, games that maybe they can sneak, are huge for them and their mentality, their belief in themselves that this is more than a 1-season project. You know, they made a change coming into this season and have continued to dominate Sub-Saharan Africa as expected. But internationally, that's what they've been building towards. That goal against NRG is another step in that direction, but they might concede it down the other end straight away, and they have. It's Daniel with his second of 20 that Stumpy predicted.
2 things here for NRG. 1, great manipulation of this challenge from Daniel. 2, great communications for Atomic to realize, as everyone says, yeah, it's free, don't bother, and Daniel will collect.
Continuing to look very professional there. A subdued fist bump from NRG. No, they know the job that they need to do. They will, of course, have, if they do make it through, harder challenges in the future. I'll be looking back to yesterday where they lost in Game 5 overtime to Carmine Corp. But they played well, though, Cheese, taking it almost so close to that reverse sweep.
It definitely had potential to go either way. And they've done a nice job to kind of take that loss on the chin and, like you said, come back out here, put the business pants on, and go get it done in Game 1, not even at halfway. And already a comfortable 3-goal lead. Beast Mode with 0 boost as well, using everything in the tank to get up for 150. And kind of surprised that nobody's back there, because it feels a little optimistic to just think you're just going to win a 50 against anybody in the midfield.
Well, he sensed that Torres didn't quite have the quality to stay behind the ball there, did Beast Mode, and as you say, used all of his boost, but used it wisely. That one's smart from Daniel on a hat-trick himself. Beast Mode might be about to get his second, nearly there. And then Atomic, of course, the old man of the team, incredibly experienced roster at this point. Daniel gets a flip reset from the ceiling. Atomic into the corner. And NRG going to put that one away. It's a race to a hat-trick as Beast Mode draws level with Daniel.
Again, Daniel just pressing the net. Torres, best clear you could find in the moment. Lioro, good stretch, to be honest. I mean, from making sure that you got to keep your eye on the ball and also know where that shot's coming from. Almost got there, but almost never quite good enough in a game like Rocket League. 4-goal lead for NRG, and gotta say that it's kind of a complete game here in game one. The challenge game has been solid out of the midfield. The boost stealing out of the opponent's corner has been good. I mean, they don't care. They're taking what the defense gives them, finding demos, shooting back post, and saying, yeah, stop that one.
Here's Lioro there. That's a one-on-one with Atomic, but that was getting back there from Daniel. Does miss out on that boost, though, so NRG won't be able to launch too solid an attack here. We'll have to show some patience as we are now well past halfway through this first game, and NRG have 5 goals for their name. A reminder, the winner of this series will have to take on Vitality. So, while Daniel gets his hat-trick and NRG are having fun, that's the one that, no matter how professional they are, there will be half an eye looking towards.
Yeah, worth considering the next game. Lioro kind of has to go for it. At this point, you're not surprised at whatever the scoreline ends up being. You know, FUT's just kind of do their best, try and get as aggressive as possible, take away some 50s. Try and force things, and if you're NRG, honestly, I consider just taking every air dribble, throwing it into the corner, and just leaving and grabbing boosts. That's what I do. I want this one over if I'm NRG. I want to start game 2.
You wouldn't keep on scoring.
Nah.
6-1's good enough. Now, that's where we differ, Achieves, and I'm sure that fans of Virtus.pro will be hoping that NRG keep really expanding the chokehold right now against FUT Esports. Virtus.pro, who were very down on themselves on Twitter. I don't know if you saw this. They were saying that they were incredibly disappointed and they let themselves down, which I think I sort of disagree with as Beast Mode joins Daniel on the hat-trick. I think it was a fine performance that they lost on the day.
Why were they so disappointed?
Well, I guess because they've lost to FUT. They expected to beat FUT, but I had FUT as ever so slight favourites based on previous results.
Same as well, but it's okay. You're allowed to be disappointed, you know? They're competitors too, and FUT Esports, no doubt, hopefully not having that hello Atomic off the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely having fun, Cole.
That's true, and that's good. I mean, Atomic has only scored 1 measly goal, so he'll be getting frustrated. He'll want to get involved.
Yeah, he's got to get his 2 to have the team hat trick.
In the shenanigans.
So maybe they do subscribe more to your line of thinking with, look, if we can run up the score, we should. Which I can understand. You know, there is value in always keeping your eye on the prize and taking what the defense gives you no matter what.
$10,000 for overall MVP as well at the end of this tournament.
True.
So I'm sure that Beast Mode, Atomic and Daniel will be thinking, hey, that could be me, and every stat helps towards that goal.
Certainly helps when you get to day 4 and you don't remember what happened in groups and you see some guy put up 8 in day 2 and you're like, nice.
What I would say is, with Furia out, it's nice to see another Brazil here at the tournament, not just Team Secret, but the Brazil has been ruined.
You had to say it.
7-1. Oh, Lioro, my guy. I was trying to be witty.
Nice job from him, though. That's a great job managing the timing on that 50. He knew he had 0 boost. It's not like he could just rush through that corner. He had to make sure he got the good leverage on it, the right timing on the flip off the wall. Still dialed in. They know they got walloped here in game 1, but they know what they have to adjust moving into game 2, I think.
Well, there's been a few infamous high-scoring games here at the Esports World Cup 2025, and this one could be added to that list. Currently not quite double figures overall. We've got 10 seconds to change that. It could be FUT. They'll take a little bit of momentum into the second. That's a nice touch from VK Salen.
With a bump.
And it's in. There you go. 7-3. What a game of Rocket League this has been.
Yes, good job. They stopped the bleeding at the very least. And again, second time this game, effective use of the ceiling combined with somebody coming in on the back post on the blind side of NRG and converting a goal. But 3 seconds left, and FUT Esports, all right. It's all over. No, not 4. And they don't even, that one doesn't count. Everyone knows if there's time on the clock and you score, the last one doesn't count.
I don't know, mate. All I'm saying is that history will say this was an absolute humdinger of a game.
Yeah, a real shootout. NRG pulled away at the end.
Yeah, exactly. They just about held out. Maybe it was 4-all until 3 seconds left, then NRG scored 3 theoretically possible goals in 1 second to make it 7-4. The stats will say they were 11, and the NRG got about 65% of them.
Yeah, the real question is, how many assists did Atomic get here? We know he didn't get his hat trick, but say he assisted, 5 or 6 goals, right? Then it starts to look a lot better.
It depends if we're doing the RLCS fantasy system of GAS.
Ooh.
GAS does not care whether you get a goal or an assist.
Why not?
Because it's 1 point for a goal, 1 point for an assist, and then half a point for a save, I think it is, or 1 and 2 points. It's,
something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So whether Atomic scores or assists, the gas,
it's all helpful.
Exactly, it's all helpful. NRG, will they be frustrated conceding a few goals at the end there? Will they care? I'd care if I was them.
Will they be disappointed? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if they really cared too much about allowing, 3 goals in garbage time. They're kind of just driving around, I think, taking what they gave them. But 11 goals in a game is quite something, to say the least.
Now that is the par. We'll see if we can match that over the up to 4 more games of this series. If we can see 44 more goals, that'd be nice. As we head over to Forbidden Temple. And as a reminder, I said at the top, this was the map that FUT have most recently felled NRG. I would go so far as to say that NRG have never beaten FUT on this map.
I'll take your word for that.
I don't think they've played before, unless I'm forgetting something.
I can't say I know off the top of my head, but I would take a wager that you're correct.
0-1. Could they go even? Could NRG go even against FUT on Forbidden Temple? Find out here first, everybody.
That's why we have stat guys. NRG have never beat FUT on Forbidden Temple.
That's a good one.
And they're starting off like they're looking like they want to get it done right now. Atomic, again, only 15 seconds instead of 3 this time, but still first on the board.
Oh, lovely little finish as well. Scoop there from the ceiling. I like that from Atomic. And Atomic, he wants to catch up with Daniel and Beast Mode 2 after they got their hat tricks. And Atomic, did he get 1 or 2 last game?
I believe he got 1.
So he only got 1. Okay, so he's still 1 behind them. But he's lingering here as third man. Will he be called into action? He is this time. That's going over his head. Bit of a band touch, but put it safely into the corner. And Beast Mode, fire the 100 boost. Gets a decent challenge on that ball. But there's certainly patterns of play. There's moments for FUT Esports.
Moments is right. It's a much better start to game 2. Yeah, I know you conceded early, but right now they've got their foot on the gas. They're pressing NRG back into their own half, and that's the discipline we're talking about. There's that deep third, keeping the press up. They steal some corner boost, but coming to play here in game 2.
In the first game, we had 68% of the ball over on FUT's half of the pitch. So the fact they've already got it onto blue territory is a good start for FUT. And now they've got it over the halfway line, which is the first victory. Now it's well and truly over there. The heat check was a good one. The goalkeeper didn't read it. Beast Mode had to help out. So again, a couple of warning jabs from FUT.
You've seen NRG kind of try to push them back almost immediately. Not really concerned with keeping possession past the midfield line, more about just earning the space back, forcing FUT to go back on the defensive. And look how long it's taken them all to grab 100 boost. And NRG's happy to play this kind of game where, look, if we got a long cleared and it means we get to equality, that's good enough. We've already got the lead. The onus is on you guys over on the other side of the ball to make something happen.
Oh, there's a Beast Mode all of a sudden. We were watching another perspective. I was thinking, is he going to go for the double? Is he going to go? Oh, it's Beast Mode. Beast Mode's there, and he'll be the one who scores.
Oh, and a beauty of a ball as well. That pass off the sidewall. Not too hard, not too high. Just put it out there. You know no one can come and intercept it. Go get it.
Now, when I play ranked with my pals, I'm there in the middle, and I'm begging for a pass, and the pass is never as good as that one was to Beast Mode. You want them to put it up for you. It never happens in ranked.
That's the value of being professionals. As VK Salen cuts the lead back down to size here with an excellent play off the kickoff.
Yeah, nice flip reset fake there from Torres, and VK Salen, the team leader, definitely the captain in this squad, both the way he plays and the comms that he has. He's the loudest player. He's the most comfortable, I would say, at this level. He definitely is the ringleader, the cheerleader of FUT Esports. And he does get them back to within 1 on their map, but Beast Mode is going for something fancy, nearly gets it. That'd be a stunner. That's something we haven't had just yet, a proper stunner of a goal in this series.
And that's, I think, just because NRG doesn't necessarily feel like they have to individually test FUT. I think they're confident enough in their skill as a team to get the job done.
Same reason I don't score stunners in round. Yeah, I don't need
it's
to.
pretty hard out there.
I don't need to, man. It's fine.
Teammates got it. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I could try and go for this air dribble flip reset, or I could pass the ball.
Why would I try? I don't need to get wins at 1,300.
Atomic double tap off the sidewall, looking for a little help out in the middle, and everyone off grabbing boost. And FUT Esports, I will admit, not the greatest comms there. You should know that there's no heat behind him. You got to see that everybody on NRG's back on their own half, but ultimately no harm, no foul. And the lead's still only 1 for NRG, just past the halfway mark.
Yeah, but have definitely stepped up between game 1 and 2, and that is all they can do in each subsequent game in this series, but that is going to be a free hit for Daniel, who ain't going to miss, and that's 3-1.
Great speed from Daniel as well, coming from the deep third position. You could see Lioro up the wall. You gotta make contact, big dog. You know the third man's coming if you don't get it. And NRG's not worried about, like you said, Cole, taking the heat check. They'll squeeze you.
NRG have realized that if they keep just peppering that foot backboard, eventually it is going to be missed. And that's what's happened. And they're a good enough team, NRG. They're used to playing these more defensive teams, of course, because they do have so much dominance regionally in particular. Now they're up against FUT, and they're finding new and creative ways to punish them as Beast Mode goes up for this one. There's a pass in the center if he wants it. Atomic's there, wants to get himself back on the scoreboard, and that's his second.
I mean, look at this jump from Beast Mode here on the sidewall. That's not necessarily a bad clear from VK Salen, but that catch, I mean, just a soft chip off the wall as he had to race out in front of the ball and just jump up on that sidewall to get behind it. Gorgeous from Beast Mode.
It's a level of quality that FUT just are not used to facing with respect to Virtus.pro yesterday. Didn't have to face that against them either. It's not even the wonder goals, you're right. It's the continuations of plays. It's the flow of the play. The ability to keep the ball at all times. Set at the perfect distance from yourself. As VK Salen tries to get a floor pinch, can't quite do it. Tell you what though, if FUT match the goals they scored in the first game, they'll draw this one.
That is true.
I'm trying to find angles here, Achieve.
It's a long way to go though. 3 goals in a minute is a lot to ask. I always love my minute per goal kind of barometer, and that feels like a big stretch, especially unfortunately, considering, you know, the start of this game felt so good. FUT was out there pressing, but it's slowly but surely been pushed back and back and back, and they haven't really ever been able to get out on the lead foot again in game 2 here. Yeah,
I mean, considering the dominance that FUT have shown against NRG on Forbidden Temple, huge upset this game could be as well. This really might take the wind out of FUT's sails. 45 more seconds. Beast Mode sends this one long, and NRG, they've got, you know, more games to come. Not sure I'll be trying to conserve some energy, but that's fun as well.
Yeah, it's fun as well. We'll take number 5 for NRG. Lioro, not a bad try, trying to keep it close, keep it tight, but just gets it a little bit too far ahead of himself. Atomic exiting net is the great beneficiary there of his teammates' missed shot.
Obviously, in physical sports, if you're doing 2 matches in one day, the physical exertion is a concept, right?
It's tough.
From your coaching days, NRG, if they do go through, they've got Vitality later in about 3.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
Are they thinking about conserving any energy here? Does it factor as much in esports?
You know, I think it can. It kind of depends, I think, on the team. How much do they put into the scrim time between? I feel like NRG is a team that likes to sit there and kind of scrim.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't actually know, but just from what I remember, it feels like they would put in the work once they're here, you know? And there's number 6 as a gorgeous pass and shot from NRG.
Take 2 on the Brazil. They've got 3 seconds to do it. They scored 3 seconds into game number 1. And this time they'll have the advantage of the game not ending till the ball touches the floor. Safu, push them. Push them for a Brazil.
Best kickoff strat right now.
Well, they've faked it. All right, it's going to have to be from the ceiling. Or from the backboard, should I say. Atomic goes for the musty. VK Salen and Torres do not want to be Brazils. They say niet.
Not again.
Definitely not Spanish.
Yeah,
but
that's definitely not Spanish.
I tried.
Either way, NRG comfortable lead in the series now in the best of 5. Big advantage game and pushing for elimination of FUT Esports. Tough pill to swallow here, and I know all you see is the coach there is, got to shake it off. Let's go to game 3. You don't have timeouts in the best of 5. No time to regroup. 2 games in a row, you kind of just get smashed, and tough pills to swallow, but answers to be found and searched for in a short period of time.
There were 1 or 2 lovely goals there at the end from NRG. I think it was the 6th one, the passing play. That was truly stunning. That's not bad in from Atomic, actually. I probably didn't give that one the credence it deserved when I said there haven't been any wonder goals. That's really clean. And I love these over-the-shoulder shots. I think it's so cool. It makes me feel like I'm playing and I'm this good.
The blind, they are good. It did help me yesterday identify that TRK was able to get that dunk by turning off ball cam. It's a great shot over the shoulder when you see it from their perspective. But NRG currently threatening to sweep FUT, as that would be their first time getting swept off in a LAN. Not a fun feeling back against the wall. Haven't really been able to get anything done outside of a couple of attempts, but that just goes to show the quality of a team like NRG, you know? They wanted to come out here, get the job done, and they're getting it done right now. 5 more minutes of excellence nets them a comfortable little break before their matchup versus Vitality that you mentioned.
Yeah, the quicker they do it, the more time they'll have to relax in between, and the less of that physical exertion. You know, I was asking if they're going to be factoring that in. I'm sure they would be frustrated if they had to play another game. You know, if it went to 4 rather than 3, that'd be like, oh, we've wasted 5 minutes of energy, of concentration, which we could have saved maybe for later, for the best of 7s against Team Vitality. That's when things really will heat up in the Esports World Cup. Tactical timeouts will be coming in as well, so there's a lot of mental taxation they have ahead of them.
A lot of work to be done, no doubt. And really, you're kind of just hoping here in Game 3, if you're a FUT fan, that they can kind of equalize the boost game. Previous Game 2, double the time at 0 boost than in NRG. So certainly the map control well and truly over on the blue side of the field's favor.
But no goal just yet. This is the longest that FUT have survived without conceding in the start of the game. That might be about to change here as Daniel's up. And no, it's blocked again by Torres. Decent defending from FUT and good quality 50-50s as well. Setting that ball back. That's good as well from VK Salem. Daniel almost got hard dunked there.
Yeah, it was not the best back pass from NRG. They've actually kind of thrown their own team into a mix, but that's an excellent job from Daniel to break them right back out. And that's what we were talking about earlier in the previous game. You know, you find that one big long clear, force FUT all the way back, and it allows NRG to get reset pretty quick. So even if they make a mistake, they're quick to rectify it.
Following each other up as well there, really impressively. So, for example, VK Salem, he fluffed his lines somewhat from a clearance, didn't quite get the air dribble, but there was somebody right behind him. There you go again, Leoro following up VK Salem, who loses that 50-50 towards him. But stepping up the pace, showing what they're capable of in Game 3. NRG are going to have to just keep an eye on this because FUT are improving and certainly have goals in them. They've scored in every game so far.
Definitely the most level game of this series so far. VK Salem, that's a good pass, but Torres wasn't sure where it was going. I think he thought VK Salem might be missing, and so he went to go pick up the slack, but unfortunate miscommunication.
Bounces into the middle. Torres just waits and gets a weak touch towards Daniel, but VK Salem is ready for Daniel's clearance, so it's decent play here again from FUT. Definitely their best game of this series up to this point. NRG having to think once or twice how to keep them at bay. There's a better chance for them to attack. Torres will make beast mode will take the 100 boost. And that's cleared long. It's very even.
Well, definitely some good back and forth. Definitely a good fight for possession. Certainly the best game of the series by FUT now, no questions asked. Got scored on within a minute on both the previous games, and here we're all the way down to the halfway point. And NRG certainly having to work for their meal a little bit here, but job's not done. 2 minutes is a long time, and just based off what you've seen with the blowouts in NRG's favor, you feel like the attack is coming. It's just a matter of when.
It seems like NRG finally have that pressure. Beast Mode tries to take out Leoro. Got half a nibble at him, but not enough on that car. Atomic is in front of Daniel's pass. He shoots. It's into the top corner. NRG were winding up, and then they snap.
Now, here's where you don't like to see any hesitation here. You need kind of Torres to go out there and break that up. There has to be some communication that Leoro's in the net with 0 boost. You got to know someone's got to go break that up. You cannot allow the pass across the box completely uncontested. As teammates like to say, hand down, man down, they concede.
It was a frustrating one for their coach as well. Keep an eye on Atomic. He's been averaging, he's got 5 total demos.
Oh my God.
In this one. He's been, not just in this game, like throughout the series, he's been on the hunt for FUT players. Like a shark nibbling at your feet.
And he might score. Back post. Good save from Leoro.
Daniel into the middle. NRG easing their way towards a 3-0. An expected 3-0 to start the day. But FUT definitely seem like they've still got something to say about that one. Atomic leaves it for Daniel. And NRG will still be a little bit frustrated at how much of this game is being played in their half. They want to get rid of it, but FUT are defending too well. They're structurally sound, and they're backing each other up impressively. This is definitely something that FUT, even if they do lose this game, can take to Worlds with them, even if NRG score here.
Here's where you really need that discipline from FUT. You're down 1, back against the wall, facing elimination. You can't get antsy. You can't afford any double commits. The communication has to be perfect.
They save it.
VK Salem saves it. Leoro lets that one bounce. Beast Mode has it in the corner. Atomic is just waiting, daring Beast Mode to get the ball to him, but turns away. FUT right now are camped back. NRG have re-exerted themselves upon this one. Atomic leaves it to beast mode. Atomic waits behind. 20 seconds left now. I feel like there'll be a chance for FUT.
Could be, but either way, a donation back to the NRG side of the field. But as long as they get their feet set right about now, if everyone's got boosts and they're ready to go, time to go.
This is it. This is that opportunity. VK Salem had no boost. Could have left it for Torres. They've snatched at it. Daniel tries to edge him a little away. Torres forces him wide. Leo needs this ball. He needs this boost. He's got it. This is that opportunity, but he goes too high. The ball falls down. The fist bumps are sad for FUT. NRG have done the job.
Tough break for FUT Esports, but I did like the attempted 0 seconds. You know, the ceiling had actually been by far and away their most profitable approach on the NRG net throughout that whole series, so they found a good chance to set it up at 0. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite control it through the top corner of the pitch. And NRG walk over fist bumps all around. Well played. They knew it was going to be tough for Esports, and NRG take care of business. Well done.
Yeah, FUT, as far as they're concerned, they've done the job at Esports World Cup 2025.